Entitled Karen tried to steal my dad's inheritance. I apologize for any legal inaccuracies, as this took place in a non-English speaking country. Here's a quick explanation of inheritance laws. Where I live, if you own land and your spouse dies, you must give your children their share before selling the property. It must be at market value, and if you can't pay them out, you can't sell. In 2006, my paternal grandma and her two sisters co-owned a cabin. The eldest sister had passed away, and her share went to her children, not relevant here. This story is about my grandma, my dad, and my grandma's younger sister, Karen. Karen was the golden child. Charming, married up, and always got her way. She adored the cabin and spent weekends there. My dad and grandma rarely used it, but grandma still paid her share for maintenance. She also never handled money. My late grandpa had managed everything. After his passing, my dad took over financial matters, but grandma never paid him his share of grandpa's inheritance. Karen knew this. Grandma had been battling cancer, but it wasn't aggressive. She was physically weak and highly anxious. One winter night in 2006, Karen visited and stayed over. Something unusual. Days later, my dad called grandma, who casually mentioned she had signed over her share of the cabin to Karen. Dad was immediately alarmed. It turned out Karen had arrived with the deed already prepared and pressured grandma into signing. She even controlled the visit to ensure grandma couldn't call my dad for advice. The sale price? $3,000, a fraction of the cabin's worth. Dad was livid. He wasn't against selling to Karen, but it had to be at market price. He called her out, but she insisted grandma had chosen the price and that everything was fair. Dad got a lawyer immediately. The legal battle lasted months. Karen remained defiant, grandma was distraught, and Dad refused to back down. In early 2007, the case went to trial. It lasted only a few hours. The judge shut Karen down completely. The sale was illegal and voided on the spot. Ownership returned to grandma. Karen walked in cocky but left with her head hanging. A week later, grandma passed away. Karen did not attend the funeral. Before this, my dad and Karen got along. After, they never spoke again. Dad sold his share, but not to Karen. He explained everything to his cousins, who agreed to buy him out at a fair price. Karen, once obsessed with the cabin, barely visited again. For the first time, she had been told no, and she couldn't handle it. This story has no happy ending, just a lesson in greed and entitlement ruining family ties.